I will be dealing with fundamental of nursing. Today, we are going to deal with a very important topic in everyone's life. Without it, we will not be able to perform our daily activities as well as deterioration from it can pose a major threat in everyone's life. So, the topic for today is concept of health. First, we are going to study about what is health. So here there are two definitions. The first one is given by WHO. It states that health is a state of complete physical, mental, social, and spiritual well-being and not merely absence of disease or infirmity. Here, it simply means that in order to be healthy, one must be physically fit, mentally stable, socially active, as well as spiritually healthy. He should not be suffering from any kind of diseases. The second definition, which is given by Webster's dictionary, states that health is a condition of being in a sound mind, body, or spirit, especially freedom from any kind of diseases or pain. Moving on to the definition of illness. Illness is nothing but a personal experience where one feels that he is unhealthy. We will usually be in this state before we start developing the signs and symptoms of any kind of diseases. Moving on to what is wellness. Wellness is a state in which a person will be healthy and free from any kind of diseases. It is also a state where one will be having a subjective perception of ability, harmony, and vitality. Moving on to the concept of health. Here we can see that health is a state of being that people define in relation to their own values, personality, as well as their lifestyle. According to Pender, Murdoch, and Parson, they state that health acts as the actualization of inherent and acquired human potential through goal directed behavior, competent self care, as well as by maintaining a satisfying relationship with the people around them. Here, it means that a person can attain good health either through inheriting it from their parents or by acquiring a good immune system through their competent self care, goal directed behavior, as well as by maintaining a satisfying relationship with the people around him. Whereas adjustment is being made in order to maintain structural integrity and harmony with the environment. They also state that individual view of health may vary depending on their age group, gender, culture, as well as their races. Here, it simply means that the way one has a view on health can vary. Some people believe that older people are more prone to sickness than the younger ones, whereas some people believe that female are more prone to sickness rather than males. However, this is not the case. The life condition in which one lives in can pose a positive or a negative effect on health long before an illness is evident. So, the condition in which one lives in, as well as the lifestyle which they follow, can have a positive or a negative impact on the health long before an illness is even evident. These lifestyle conditions include socio-economic variables such as exercise, diet, environment, lifestyle practices and choices, as well as many other physiological and psychological variables. So, when an unhealthy person comes to the clinical settings, it is the responsibility of the nurse to consider the total person as well as the environment in which he lives in before formulating a nursing care plan in order to enhance meaningfulness of the patient's future health status. So, in a nutshell, we can say that health is a state of complete physical, mental, social, and spiritual well being and not merely absence of disease or infirmity. This healthy individual will be able to maintain his roles and responsibilities. He will also be able to adapt himself to the physical and social environment in different situations and phases of life. He will also be striving towards optimal wellness. So, these are the concepts of health. As the year passes, there are different changes that has occurred in this concept of health. Now we will look at it one by one in detail. The first one is the biomedical concept. But as per the advancement in the science and technology, this concept was considered as inadequate because they believe that in order to be healthy, it is not only important that a person must not suffer from any kind of diseases, but it was believed that it is also important that a person should have a good health status. The second one is the ecological concept. This concept concentrates around two aspects. The first one is the human being itself, and the second one is the environment. According to this concept, it was believed that if a person is healthy and if he is staying in a good environment, he will be free from any kind of diseases. However, in the later years, it was found that this was not sufficient. It was seen that despite having a good physical environment, sometimes man is not able to adapt or fit himself in it, and also sometimes the environment is not feasible for the human being. The third one is the psychological concept. This concept has not considered health as only a physical or biological phenomena, holistic concept. This concept has given more weight on the promotion of health, prevention of disease, as well as alleviation of suffering, and they consider all aspects of health as sound mind, sound body, sound family, as well as sound environment. Moving on to the dimensions of health, here there are 7 dimensions. The first one is the physical dimension, the second is the social dimension, the third is the emotional dimension, the fourth is the intellectual dimension, the fifth is the spiritual dimension, sixth, occupational dimension, and the last one is the environmental dimension. Now we are going to look at each one of it in detail. The first one is the physical dimension. If the person is physically healthy, he will be able to perform all his daily activities such as brushing, bathing, eating, etc. He will also be able to achieve fitness. He will be able to maintain his nutrition by eating the right kind of food, and he will not be involved in any kind of abuse such as smoking abuse or drug abuse. Moving on to the second dimension, which is the social dimension. Here, if a person is socially healthy, he will be able to interact with the people around him successfully. He will be able to develop and maintain intimacy, as well as he will be able to develop respect for others. The third one, which is the emotional dimension. If a person is emotionally healthy, he will be able to manage stress, as well as he or she will be able to express their emotions. Coming to the intellectual dimension, if a person is intellectually healthy, he will be able to learn whatever is being taught to him, as well as he will be able to use this information correctively whenever it is needed. If a person is spiritually healthy, he or she will believe in some force that serves to unite. In occupational dimension, a person will be able to maintain a balance between his work as well as his leisure time. Moving on to the environmental dimension, it is the ability to promote health measures that improves the standard of living as well as the quality of life. Now we are going to study about what is health illness continuum. Health illness continuum is a graphic illustration of well-being. It was first proposed by John W. Travis in the year 1972. It describes how health is more than just the absence of disease, but it also incorporates the individual mental and emotional health. Travis believed that the standard approach to medicine, which states that a person is healthy until and unless he is not suffering from any kind of diseases, was insufficient. So he has proposed this illness wellness continuum, which composed of two arrows, both pointing in different directions and connected at a neutral point. This neutral point consists of people who are not suffering from any kind of diseases. Movement to the right side of the arrows shows an increase in the level of health and well-being, whereas a progressively decreasing state of health. This movement towards the right side of the arrows can be achieved in three steps, that is, awareness, education, and growth. Here, it simply means that if the person is aware of whatever he needs to do in order to maintain a good health, he will be moving towards the right side of the arrow, which will lead him to high level of wellness. The next, which is the education. If a person is aware and educated about the various factors that can help him lead a healthy life, there will be a growth which will help him reach to the high level of wellness. Whereas movement towards the left side of the arrows can also be achieved in three steps, that is, signs, symptoms, and disability. First, the person will be experiencing various signs which will give him a hint that he is not healthy. If no further action is taken, this signs could develop to various symptoms which could lead him to suffer from various kinds of diseases. Even after developing these signs and symptoms, if the person is still not taking any treatment, this would lead him to suffer from various kinds of disability can also which can also cause a progressively decrease in their state of health. So here the most important is the direction in which one is facing through the pathway, whether he's going to the right side of the arrow or whether he is moving towards the left side of the arrow. If the person is moving towards the right side of the arrow, he is said to be having an optimistic or a positive outlook of life despite of his health status. Whereas if the person is moving towards the left side of the arrow, he is said to be having a pessimistic or a negative outlook of his or her own health status. Here in the diagram, you'll be seeing two paradigms, that is the treatment paradigm as well as the wellness paradigm. The treatment paradigm consists of disability, symptoms, and sign, whereas the wellness paradigm consists of disability, symptoms, signs, neutral point, awareness, education, as well as growth. So, here, if the person is following the treatment paradigm, he will be able to move towards the right side of the arrow only till the neutral point. For example, a hypertensive client who only takes his medications but does not follow any lifestyle modifications such as eating low salt diet, not smoking, as well as not performing any physical exercises. This person can help himself cure from the disease, but he will only be reaching till the neutral point, as there are high chances for this person to develop this condition again and will not be able to reach the optimum wellness because he is only taking the medications but not following any lifestyle modification. However, if the person is following the wellness paradigm, he will be able to surpass the neutral point and reach the optimal level of wellness. For example, a hypertensive client not only takes his medication but also follows lifestyle modification such as eating food which consists of low salt, stop smoking, as well as performing physical exercises. This will help him reach the optimal wellness because this person is not only following the medication, but he is also making an effort to make changes in his lifestyle in order to attain a good health. So we have come to the end of this topic. Here today we have discussed about what is health, what is illness, what is wellness, what are the concepts of health, as well as the changes which has occurred in the concepts of health, the seven dimensions of health, as well as the health and illness continuum. Thank you.